American Rap Resurrect.
What's up, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy Amin, and welcome to UnScripted Hip Hop, Episode 3. Coming at you with a brand new review, which I'm really excited to do today, and that is Mr. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor 2, the Great American Rap Album. Before we get started, again, just want to thank all my viewers, want to thank all my fans. You guys have, a lot of your support, a lot of your comments. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. I do this because of you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And then, usual, follow me on Twitter at Sudani Sigma. Comment below, subscribe to your boy, and we can keep doing this. But yeah, so let's get into it. Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor 2, highly anticipated album. Lupe's discography thus far has been, pretty heavy. You got Food and Liquor 1, you got The Cool, Lasers, and now you got his 4th studio album. And so there's been a lot of hype around this album per se, and a lot of controversy going around Lupe. I'm not going to get too much into the politics of, kind of what Lupe is getting into. I respect the man for doing what he does, voicing his opinion. The most important thing to me is that, you can have your political voice as long as your music is still quality. That's what people care about. That's what I care about. And so did you do that with Food and Liquor 2? A lot of people were kind of doubting Lupe after, releasing Lasers, which turned out to be what a lot of people thought was really commercial sounding. It sounded very industry. There was a lot of controversy as far as him and his record label, as far as what he could put out creatively and what they wanted to put out. And so as far as his Lupe fans go, I don't think a lot of people were feeling Lasers, and so people were really skeptical about Food and Liquor 2. But let me just say right now, you will not be disappointed, because this, in my opinion, is reminiscent of old Lupe, F&F Lupe. This isn't a very industry-laden album. He definitely comes with lyrics. He definitely comes with that Lupe sound that people loved from Food and Liquor 1 and people loved from The Cool. So yeah, definitely. The sound on this album is, in my opinion, really reminiscent of The Cool. And when I say that, I mean a lot of the beats that he chooses are, in my opinion, kind of dark sounding. You do have, your vibrant beats. You got your more commercial type music. But you have some of those types of tracks. But you also have, what we've come to expect from Lupe. A really calm, cool beat. And then Lupe really delivering on the lyrical front. And so the first track off the album after the intro, Strange Fruition, the beat sounds like something that would be on The Cool. So you are getting that archetype, that dark, really intricate type beat, and man, does Lupe wreck that one. And as far as his content goes, that's still there. Like, Lupe is still rapping about, what Lupe raps about. He's more of a conscious type rapper compared to a lot of what's mainstream. And that definitely comes across in the first song. I think it might be a play on, that Strange Fruit. But with Strange Fruition, he really does, address a lot of, social. It's a lot of social commentary. What's swag, and what our youth are becoming, and just the sense of how we're living in America. And I think that that's really applicable to why I call it the Great American Rap Album, because you do get from beginning till end a kind of an array of what America is we're living in, and I think that Lupe did allude to that in one of his interviews. So you're going to get that. You're going to get a slice of life in America from the rap point of view, and from what he released, the only tracks that were released prior, major singles that were released prior to the album release was Freedom Ain't Free, Around My Way, Bitch Bad, Lamborghini Angels, and Battle Scars. And if you thought that those were going to be the best songs that he released, trust me, there's so much more gold in this album. And even those songs that were released, they do sound really nice within the context of the album. The beats are there, his lyrics are there, and then they're just the overall compilation of it. works very well. One track in particular that I really liked was that track called Braveheart that was produced by the Runners. I thought that the beat selection on that, fantastic. And Lupe just really delivering lyrically. Let's see what else. Form follows function. I thought the jazz sample on that track, probably my favorite track on the whole album. And then again, we do get really reminiscent of Lupe's lyricism that was on the Cool. And one song that I thought was really reminiscent of one of those was the track called Put 'Em Up. It sounded like a Food and Liquor 2 version of Dumb It Down. Really intricate metaphors. He really does provide us with a good taste of why Lupe is one of, in my opinion, the better rappers, who are popular nowadays. Because there was a couple times where I was listening to the track and it was just like, wait, what did he say? He said, I got a flow, all I added was a walls, a roof, and a door. And I didn't catch it at first, but he's saying flow, but floor. Man, the metaphors in that track, Form Follows Function and Put 'Em Up, you need to check those out. And then, he does have, his upbeat songs. What else is on here? Yeah, that was a Power Rangers ringtone. Don't mind me. Let me put that on silent. Yeah, it's there. There was one track on here that I thought was really not Lupe sounding. That one track called Heart Donor. Weird for me. I didn't really enjoy it. So that song I could have done without. Let's see here. Lyrical being kind of darker. Yeah. Overall, Lupe, fantastic album. One track that I really did like was the Cold War track. Shout out to Lupe, man. As an American Muslim, it was really refreshing to hear a popular mainstream rapper, give light to, my religion in Islam. And it was a really interesting track because he was kind of describing a relationship he had with a friend of his who had passed away. And I thought that he really did paint us a good picture and gave us a window into his soul as far as, the pain that he was feeling, and the imagery that was conjured in that track specifically was really good. I saw the funeral prayer. I saw the dark clouds. I saw, a really gloomy New York. And I thought that was fantastic. Really good job. Really good job. And then as far the features on the album, you're really not getting a lot of big features, and I really appreciated that. This was Lupe doing Lupe, and most of the features that he had on the album were people off of his First and 15th label. You had Pooh Bear, you had Guy Sebastian, really good complementary sounds, and so it wasn't not like Lasers where he had some commercial features, which I'm not gonna call nobody out. But the features that he did have, were really complimentary on a lot of these songs. Strange Fruition, Battle Scars, Braveheart. A lot of those songs did have really nice complementary features. And I think if Lupe continues to do that, it'll be a good look for him. And then, the outro hood now, I thought that was really clever. Kind of playing off, this concept of being hood, and now that's being the cool thing. That's being, black people were in this certain position at one point in America, and now look at us. We are at the forefront of, what's popular. So overall, this album, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars, 4.5 even. Great album by Lupe. Hope to see more from him. It's your boy Amin, Unscripted Hip Hop. We in here. Follow me on Twitter @Sudani Sigma. Comment below and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum.